Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. Today's video, I wanted to share a slightly silly, goofy one, but I think it's, by the title, you're probably like, what? But I think it's important because I'm going to tell you the story of my spider plant. And about, I want to say at least 10 years, maybe or more, I got a cutting of a spider plant from a friend of mine in the brain. And I was not a seasoned indoor garden plant owner, but a spider plant, she was like, oh, you can't even kill these. And it turns out to be very, very true. They are very, very, very resilient, despite my best efforts to forget about them and not feed them and leave them root bound and not give them the right soil and all the things that I have done to this spider plant. It is still alive and well and throwing out tons and tons of babies and showing me just how resilient a plant can be. And why I think that we should be like the spider plant is because as moms, homeschool moms, special needs moms, we have to adapt to all sorts of different situations. And we need to be able to deal with the droughts, and we need to be able to deal with the lack of space or help or what? Help me. We need to deal with all of the things that come our way and be able to thrive. And, like there are seasons where we can look pretty rough. My spider plants have looked very, very rough and exhausted. And then in other seasons, I've taken pictures and sent those pictures to my friends and went, look, now ask me what I did in those seasons that plant looked big and beautiful and bushy. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but it was thrilled with life and it got beauty and it got ginormous and had like really thick leaves and stuff like that. And I want us to talk about just how much resilience is an important key part of being a parent, being a homeschool parent, but also being a special needs parent. And as time has gone on, I've seen, and it might be silly to be like, well, Jamie, you're comparing us to plants and stuff, but plants are nature, right? And the one who created the plants is also the same creator that created us. And I'm just as that plant relies on me to take care of it, we can rely on our Heavenly Father to take care of us better than I've taken care of my spider plant in the past. But we do go through seasons where we feel like God is quiet or there is a drought, and we go, well, why is this happening? And it doesn't make any sense, and various other things that our brain is saying to us. But it's okay for us to be like, no, I can be resilient because I know God is looking after me. He's putting me in the sun when I need it. He is giving me the food that I need. He's taking care of me and giving me the inspiration for how to take care of this problem or that problem that comes up in homeschool or special needs caregiving. So at the end of the season, you are still thriving, even if you don't always feel like it. And out of that can come something beautiful. So again, it's not a perfect metaphor, but at the same time, I look at it and go, what can happen when we nurture not just our resiliency, but the fact that we have a creator that looks after us, is he can create something even more beautiful than what we can imagine. And right now, beauty, I am in the process of turning my spider plants and my spider babies into bonsai plants. So I thought I would share it. So you do your usual propagation, and I have a little, I think you can't really see it, but I have a little spaghetti stick holding them out so that the roots on the bottom can be a bit thicker and more finger-like, because these roots are going to turn into our bonsai bark The next step is to plant those long roots that are about as long as this, but to make sure that they stay there. And then this and all the soil that comes will like this will all get removed, and these upper roots, I don't know if you can see it very well, but the upper roots will stay exposed. And sometimes you need to put like a little rock underneath it to produce that. And then when you get to a certain place, then you have this, which is a bonsai. And this is just a baby, just a baby one, Alien Bane. And as it gets bigger and it becomes root bound, I can remove more and more soil to expose more and more roots, but it can still be lush and beautiful, and you can trim it and cut it and whatever. And what I have in there as a rock is petrified wood, which I think is so cool. So it's definitely something that I have enjoyed creating and making, because from that plant that I have abused and neglected, and you know, is still thriving and producing things that I couldn't even imagine. And I just happened to see it on Facebook one day and was like, oh, I should totally try that. I also have plants or cuttings of that plant in my garden in the summer. It doesn't survive over the winter. You can bring them in from outside when you're done with the sunny season. But yeah, it's the plant that keeps on giving, and that resilience has been a example to me in my life, that no matter what hardship you go through, you can still become something incredible and beautiful. And it is beauty. It is worth all of those seasons of frustration and exhaustion and tired. I know that's the same word, but still, it hits me right here. I look at it and go, it's worthwhile doing. And yeah, so my message to all of you out in homeschool land, or in special needs land, or you're just in a season of tired and exhaustion, is be like the spider plant. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.